Your life is a story of transition. You are always leaving one chapter behind while moving on to the next. And then I also liked this one. Honor the space between no longer and not yet. For those of you who are newer to the practice, I do want to give fair warning that one of our peak poses today is a little bit intense and advanced, but no matter if you get it now or in a couple years or this lifetime, it's just fun to be on the journey. So we're going to get started today in a comfortable seat. You can place your hands on your lap, palms facing up, and let's take our chin mudra today, connecting the thumb and the pointer finger. And then I want you to draw your elbows in so they actually rest against the rib cage, against the hip. Take that moment, draw your shoulders up high, take them back and down. And then I want you to close your eyes, releasing all that has already happened in your day. And maybe making a commitment that whatever awaits you after these precious 45 minutes that we spend together will be in the future. So if the mind starts to journey off, acknowledge it and try to come back to this moment. Bringing the hands into heart center, taking a bow towards the fingertips, just establishing intention here. For all of us, that will be different. Some of us, it's going to be a mental intention. Some of us, it's physical, like trying this new pose I'm talking about. For some of us, it's spiritual. Maybe trusting in our higher self, opening up that crown chakra. And then when you're ready, open the eyes, release your prayer hands all the way up to the heavens above you. Exhale, arms release. Let's do it 2 more times. Sinking, inhale, arms reach, gaze up towards your fingers. Exhale, arms come down by the side. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, arms release. Good, you're gonna place your hands on your knees today and we're gonna take our cat-cows here. So on an inhale, I want you to think about lifting the chest, arch the spine, look up towards the sky. And as you exhale, tuck that chin and round your back. You can even lean back a little bit, working flexion, extension. On inhale, arch the spine, open up the heart. As you exhale, round, pull in and tuck. Good. 1 more time. Inhale, heart expands, shoulder heads back, look up. Exhale, pull in and round. And then find neutral table. If you want, you can reverse now to cross-legged legs. So some of us in Sukhasana, right, just switch which shin is in front. If you're in Heroes or Baddha Konasana, stay as you are. And then now let's inhale, reach the arms up and just hinge forward from the hips. Bring your hands forward and melt yourself over your lap. You could do prayer hands. Sometimes if you leave your thumbs up, you can rest your forehead. You can reach your arms forward. You could bend the elbows or forearms, but make sure the sitting bones stay down. So we're creating length here. Good. Walk your arms over to the right. You can come up on spider fingers if that feels good. Just feel the stretch in the side body. Again, left sits bones keeps pressing down. And come to center and take it to the left. Right sits bone keeps releasing down towards the earth. Just awakening the intercostals, like an accordion where, oh, Figaro. Good, come back to center, walk your hands in. Beautiful, tabletop position now. I think I said that when I met Sukhasana before. So fingers spread wide, knees under the hips. Make sure you take a peek and you can't see your tops of the feet. Sometimes the toes come in, keep them in line with your shins. And then from here, extend your right arm forward, thumb faces up, tuck your left toes, and extend that left leg back. Now pull that lower belly up and in, and I want you to take your elbow and knee underneath the torso, tap, exhale, extend. 2 more just like that. Knee, elbow, unite, exhale, expand. Last one, exhale, and then place your right hand down, left knee down. Let's try side 2. So bicep frames the ear, thumb faces up, tuck your right toes, extend the leg or lift. But to eliminate the arch in the low back, tuck that belly up and in. Flex the foot and then take elbow and knee under torso. Exhale, release. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale and hold. Look down, hand down, knee down, child's pose. Open the knees the width of your mat. Toes come together. Sink the hips back. Good. Coming back to tabletop. Walk your hands a whole handprint forward. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees just an inch off your mat. So it's like a floating table. It's going to create even more heat within. And then turbo dog. Press your chest back. Start to walk your dog. Straighten just through the right leg. And then straighten just through the left. And go back and forth. Notice how your body feels in this moment. And then let's shift forward into plank. Alignment purposes here. So the wrists right under the shoulders, fingers spread wide. Again, lower belly draws up and in. Lots of core strength, lots of arm strength. And then to transition, all you do is lift your hips, push back. So the hands and feet stay exactly as they are. Heels root down. Triceps engage, firm them in. And then look to the front of your mat. We're going to walk our feet to our hands. Feet could be hips distance apart or a little wider at the top of your mat. And then you can grab opposite forearms. Give yourself a little traction here. Otherwise, let your arms just dangle. You could sway left and right. Releasing the jaw, no tension in the mouth. And then one vertebra at a time, start to roll all the way up to standing. Taking your time, shoulders roll up, back, and down. Take a step to the top of the mat, big toes together, mountain pose. On an inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, arms by your side. Do it 2 more times. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, arms by your side. 1 more. Inhale. This time, a little bit of a back bend. And then take first forward fold. So fingers come all the way down. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, root your hands. Let's step back, plank pose. First one, we all lower to the belly. Chaturanga all the way down. So hips, chest all come down together. Tops of the feet release. Let's take our hands behind our back, interlace the fingers. And then push into the tops of your feet. Inhale, lift your chest. So you start to open the shoulders and take back bend. And then exhale, release. Hands come in line with your chest. Cobra pose. So now use your hands against the mat. Give me a little more lift. Exhale, release. Third one, up dog or cobra. So up dog, tops of the feet on the mat. Thighs lift off. Arms are straight. And then kiss the shoulder blades together. Look up. Exhale, transition, down dog. So you're going to take 3 breaths here. Last exhale, push it back. And then look to the top of your mat. You can bring your big toes together. You could jump. You could take baby steps. You could lunge somewhere in the middle, right? Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, forward fold. This time, reverse swan. So arms reach out and up as you come to stand. Exhale, arms by your side. Again, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we lengthen halfway. Exhale, root your hands. You could jump or step back, plank, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. So the transitions are the beauty and the grace between the poses, and they're important. If you're in a hurry to just get to the next pose, you're just going to be waiting. So this is where we start to embrace the journey. Good. Take 1 more inhale. Open your mouth. Exhale, side out. Good, and then look to the top of your mat. Bring your big toes together, soften your knees. You can jump, step, or walk your feet lightly to your hand. Inhale, flat back to lengthen. Exhale, fold it in. Reverse swan, lead with your heart, come up to stand. And then exhale, arms release. Good, let's take our first chair pose. Hips are gonna sink back. Fingertips brush down to the ground so you can reach your arms up. Bend your knees a little deeper, sink the hips a little lower. And then pull that torso, lean it up so you really reach your arms high to the sky. Just one more breath. Exhale, forward fold, let that go. Heart rate's gonna accelerate, it's all good. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, root your hands. We're gonna step or jump back, plank, and hold 3 breaths here. Okay, so first bit of strength training. I want you to try to lower your left forearm and then your right. And then bring your left hand to the mat and then your right. 2 more times. Left forearm, right forearm, left hand, right. Good. You can always modify dropping to your knees. Last one on the left side. Feminine energy. Now let's try the right. Right forearm down, left forearm down, forearm plank. Right hand pushes down, left hand. Yes, 2 more. Best you can with what you got. Right hand, left hand. Last one, forearm, forearm, right hand, left hand. Peel back, down dog. Should feel good. Take it for a little walk. Already beginning to notice the space you're creating, getting stronger, muscles being toned, cardiovascular system working for you, maximizing your immunity. Right leg is going to reach high to the sky, open, bend, and stretch. Take the knee, bend it, take the heel to the glute, and then push your toes away from you. So push your toes to the left. Feel how much space you can create. Good, extend the leg. Now square your hips so the right toes point down. Lead with your heel. Right foot's going to step to the right hand. Left foot pivots flat 45 degrees, warrior 1. Pushing into the feet, inhale, arms reach, 5 breaths. So right knee tracking towards the ankle. Left hip pull forward. Spreading the fingers nice and wide. Maybe gazing up between your hands for your final inhale. Exhale, hands then frame right foot, step back. Same exhale if you can, lower. Inhale for your up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg, reach it back, open, bend, and stretch. Take the heel to the glutes. The knee faces up, and then bring your toes towards the right. That's going to give you even more opening. Ah, so good. And then square the hip, extend the leg, toes face down, lead with your heel. Look forward, lightly step left foot to your left thumb. So help it up if you need to. Right foot pivots flat 45 degrees. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. So here we focus on the right hip pulling forward, the left knee tracking over the ankle, and then shine your fingers. The hands, as you know, are an expression of your heart. Open fingers, open heart. 1 more breath, maybe lean back. And then exhale, hands frame left foot. Remember, transition lightly lowers you. Inhale up. Exhale, take it back. Starting to feel the magic. This is my favorite form of yoga. There's nothing like it. Breath linked with your movement. It's almost like you can dance through water. Take 1 more inhale, exhale, push it back. And then bring your toes together, soften your knees. Look where you want to go and bring your feet to your hands your way. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, finish strong, chair pose. 1 breath this time. Push to stand and release the arms. Inhale again, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. This time I want you to open your feet, again, hips distance apart. And with your peace sign fingers, let's hook our big toe. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, release the crown of your head down. I want to open up your hamstrings here. So as you start to lift the sitting bones, it'll straighten out your legs, and then shift more body weight into the 10 toes. Maybe bend your elbows to the side, releasing the shoulders down. And just breathe here. Good. Now I want you to release the grip of your toes and bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers again. And then fold in. So if you can, palms will stay together. Otherwise, you can release so that your fingers interlace, reaching up and overhead. And then again, if you shift more body weight into the 10 toes, crown of the head will lower as the arms reach overhead. So again, opening up our shoulders here, the hamstrings. It's a 2-for-1 special. Release your neck, release your jaw. And then slowly release the hands. Heel toe your feet back together to touch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, root your hands. You could jump or step back. You can even come right to chaturanga on the same exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay, we should be feeling nice and warm, right? Soft smile on the lips. Keep that ujjayi breath in and out through the nose. On an inhale, right leg reaches back. Keep your hips level, so don't open up the hip. And then bend the right knee, step it through. It's a high crescent lunge. So we're going to stay on the ball of our back foot. If you need to modify, you drop your back knee. On an inhale, our arms are going to reach up. So I want you to keep lifting that back heel. So sometimes it tracks back. I know on Instagram it's vertical, so it's hard to see. And then bring your hands to heart center. Spinal twist. Left elbow is going to come outside your right thigh. Keep pressing your hands in towards each other. You could stay here, you can exalt. Left hand could come to the outside of your foot and the right arm will reach up. Bind if you wish. Right palm faces back, bend your elbow, reach for the front hip. Maybe this left arm tucks under. Keep spiral opening the chest. One more inhale. And then look down. Both hands release to the inside of the right foot. Heel toe your right foot to the edge of your mat. So it's a little more intense keeping the left knee off the earth. If you want to make it more passive, you can bow down, releasing the left knee. If you like it juicy, keep the left toes tucked. Sometimes you can take some circles. It really opens that psoas. Sometimes you're like, ooh, my hips are cranky. I'm not feeling that today. Good. Preparing us where we're going on this one. And then release your right hand back to the outside of the foot. So heel toe right foot in. Release left knee. And let's take another hamstring stretch. So runner's lunge or half Hanuman. Flex your right foot so the right leg extends. And then just bend your elbows. Don't try to do too much here. Keep pulling right hip back and the left one forward. Flex your right 5 toes, keeping them engaged. Good. Rebend the knee. Hands frame right foot, left toe tucks, right foot steps back to meet it, chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale down. Left leg reaches up. Remember, external rotation, no, we're keeping the hip closed and level. And then look forward, bend the left knee, high crescent lunge. So difference with warriors, the heel comes down on the back foot, and crescent, we keep it elevated. When you're ready, arms reach up. So a lot of balance going on. So you can modify by releasing that right knee. Bringing the hands to heart center next. Right elbow will hook outside the left thigh. Keep pressing your hands in towards each other. If you want to exalt, right hand to the outside of the left foot, left arm reaches up. You could go for a full bind. Keep peeling that chest open, left shoulder back, look up. And then hands inside the left foot, heel toe the left foot out. You could stay here with the right knee lifted. You can take your little circles. Lower to the forearms if you wish. Taking whatever feels right. Just breathing into that sensation as we open up the psoas. And then heel toe that left foot back in so the left hand frames it. Now release the right knee, half split. So extend this left leg. Bend at the elbows, lead with your heart. Keep pulling the left hip back and the right hip forward. Flex the 5 toes on the left foot. Last breath. Re-engage lunge. Hands frame left foot, right toe tucks, right knee lifts, step back. Chaturanga. Inhale up. exhale back. Let's walk our hands to the back of our mat. Spin your toes, open your heels in, find garland squat here, hands at heart center. So I want you to snuggle your shoulders in front of the knees. Yeah, if you need to sit on top of a block, if your heels lift, that's okay. Just be here now. Don't worry about where we're going. Right hand releases to the inside of the leg. Fingertips come onto the earth. You can reach your left arm up. If you want more, turn the left palm behind, bend the elbow, and you can go for full bind. So the right arm wraps around the shin, interlace the fingers or grab the wrist, look over left shoulder. And then release. Try the other side. So left arm comes down like a kickstand. You can do spider fingers if you wish. Right arm reaches up. You can turn the right palm, bend the elbow, bring it behind your low back. Maybe this left arm wraps around the shin. Keep pulling right shoulder back, look up. And then release. Straighten your legs, turn your toes towards the front of your mat. Just hang here. And then go ahead and walk your hands forward, finding plank pose. Let's lower all the way to the belly, getting even more open in our shoulders. So I want you to open your arms like wings. Right hand's gonna come under your right shoulder. Turn your body onto the left. Bend your right knee and hop the fence. So right foot behind left leg. If you want a little more, you can bend both of your knees, just opening up this left shoulder. Good. And then release. Left leg straight, right leg straight. Turn right cheek to the mat. Look left just for a moment, arms by your side. And then open your arms out like wings. Keep the right arm extended. Left hand under left shoulder. Roll onto the right side. Bend your left leg, hop the fence. Stay here or bend your right leg as well. Opening up the right shoulder here. Breathing into all tension and exhale, release. Slowly coming back. As long as we're here, let's take our Sphinx pose. Coming up on the forearms. Lift the shoulders, lift the chest, peel them back, look up. If you want a little more, take it into seal pose. You can walk your hands in to increase the sensation. Or if you want to lessen it by a degree, walk your hands forward. Good. And release. From here, I want you to tuck your toes and come back to your forearm plank. And then come back to full plank. Nice. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Open mouth, sigh. Right leg reaches up and back. Open, bend, and stretch. I'm going to step to the top of your mat for your first warrior two. So right foot's going to come between your hands. It's a heel to arch alignment. Left arm peels you up. Gaze is out over that right middle finger. And make sure your knee is tracking towards the second or third toe. So it's an external rotation. Reverse. Left arm down the back leg. Right arm reaches up. You can gaze up towards the right hand or look down towards the left. You could stay here, take a half bind. Left arm behind your back. Reach for your right hip. Good. Releasing right hand down to the earth. Transition half moon pose. Left arm reaches up. Any variation here. And then slowly come back, warrior two pose. Straighten your front leg, bring your hands onto your hips, pivot your right foot in. Hinge from the hips, release your hands. Turn your fingers to face behind you, walking your head down towards the center. Really putting weight into the pinky edges of the feet and then the big toe and the heel so your inner arch can lift. Good. Walking the hands back in front of you. Walk them onto your hips and with a flat back, let's come to stand. You're going to pivot your left foot now out, so it's a heel to arch alignment. Warrior two. Arms out like wings. Dristi is out over that left middle finger. Left knee tracks towards the middle toe or the second toe. Good. Taking 2 more breaths. And then reverse. Right arm down the back leg. Left arm reaches up. Again, you can keep looking up or look back. Half bind here if you wish. 2 more breaths. And then we're going to transition into our half moon pose. So left hand under left shoulder, right hand onto your hip. Lift that right leg, right arm reaches up. Any variation here, you can float left arm off the mat. You could bend right leg back, reach for your heel. And then you want to always exit the same way you came in. So look down, soften your left knee, back to warrior two. Nice. Straighten your front leg, hands on your hips, pivot the left foot in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward. So here, you can take your peace sign fingers around the big toe. You can get a nice stretch in. If you want to invert, you can walk your hands under the shoulders. Bring the crown of the head down, come into tripod headstand. So you lift off your heels, coming to the pinky toe, and then you can lift the legs up. Keep drawing the elbows in so they're nice and narrow, maybe flexing your feet. Whenever you're ready to come down, open back out. Feet come onto the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Hands onto your hips. Flat back, all the way to stand. Pivot your right foot forward. Step the left foot in to meet it. Just bring your hands to heart center. Take a gratitude moment. And then release the arms by your side. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, root your hands. You can jump or step back, up to you if you're feeling the vinyasa. Otherwise, we'll meet in down dog. Just honoring how you feel. And then drop to your knees. Sit back on your heels for a moment. Dominant hand on the lap, passive hand on top, connect at the thumbs. Just close your eyes. One more shoulder opener, and then we're going to come into our peak pose. Okay, right arm reaches up. Bring it to your upper back. And then see if the left arm could wrap, maybe find the fingers. If you've got a strap or a towel, keep drawing the elbows in towards the center. Lean back into that right arm. And then release. Let's try the left arm. So left arm reaches for the upper back. Take your right hand, push down on the elbow. And then turn the right arm. See if you can dial the fingers up towards each other. Elbows draw into center. And then really lean back into that left arm. Oh, so good. And then release. Sit off to the side. Start to open the outer hips a little bit. So let's start by picking this right leg up. And I just want you to cradle it like a little baby. Opening up this right outer hip. So it doesn't matter, you can come under here, you could flex the foot, right? As long as you're getting the stretch. Okay, so here's what we're going to try to do. We're going to take the knee back and forward, back and forward. So you stop in whatever transition feels right. But if you want to be playful, we're going to try to hook it on like a backpack, right? So you kind of dial it up. So you might have to scooch. It's okay if this right sits bones lifts. And then I want you to keep the foot active. You're going to bring your hands down to the mat. And then I want you to see if you can pick this left foot up and hook the ankles. So the left foot comes on top of the right. Now see if you can just lift your bottom up. That's a lot of work, right? You can use your blocks under your hands too. And then the full pose, 8-angle pose, you take a chaturanga arm and your legs shoot out to the right. And even if you get it for a second or you fall, you're really close to the ground, be playful. Like I said, it's an advanced pose, but I want you to have a little fun. Whenever you're ready, come out. And then let's take the left leg. Here's our little baby. If you watch my stories, you found out one of my hidden talents today. crying like a newborn baby. Again, you can come under here. I'm not going to do that for you here because it might ruin your yoga vibe. And then we start taking the knee back and leg forward, knee back, opening us up, right? We did a lot of hip openers. We opened our shoulders a lot. We've done our chaturangas and our planks for strength. Hook it like a backpack. Keep this foot active. So really hunker in. Once you've got that, bring your hands down, lift your bottom. So this may be your work today, right? Just lifting up, it's a lot. Otherwise, take your right ankle, cross it over. Maybe this is your work. Again, use your blocks. It's tons of core, it's strength. And then we add in the balance, taking the legs to the left, bend your elbows. 8 angle pose. So you kind of lower the torso. And whenever you're ready to come out, voila. Yeah? Let me know if you get it. Soles of the feet together. And just hinge. Letting go of control here. Don't worry too much about alignment and form. We've been efforting to this moment, so I want you to just let it go now. Getting into those inner hips, the groin, the sacrum. Almost like a yin position here. I want you to just surrender the control, knowing that each step is taking you where you're supposed to be. And finding the appreciation even when we're uncertain of our exact outcome. My preschooler was supposed to graduate next week. And I had this whole vision of her in her little cap and gown and diploma. And you gotta just hit the redirect button. What's gonna happen now? We will make it the best we can. Even if that means it's a little parade in their parking lot. Lock your hands in. Close the knees. From here, I want to take a reverse table. So you're going to plant your feet down. Bring your hands about 6 inches behind you. Dial your fingers forward. And then lift your hips as high as your knees. So really get them up. If it's okay, look up towards the sky. Maybe the head could even fall back, opening the throat. Opening the fronts of your shoulders. Deep breath in. Open mouth, stick out your tongue. If you want a little more, straighten your legs. So you take it into a reverse plank. Keep lifting the hips so the soles of the feet come closer to the earth. And then tuck your chin, lower your bottom. Let's bend just the right knee. Take the sole of the right foot inside the left leg. And then with your peace sign fingers, I want you to hook anywhere inside that left leg. It could be the Achilles tendon, the calf. And then the right arm will reach up, maybe bicep over ear, so the fingers reach towards the foot. Keep pulling the right shoulder head back. And even if you could reach for the foot, maybe you get more of an opening by tilting the ears back. And then reach your right arm up. Take the right arm behind you. Lift up on the shin. Lift the left arm up. Find space. And then sink the hips back down. Take it the other way. So fold the left leg in. Extend the right leg out. Peace sign fingers anywhere inside this right leg. Maybe the forearm comes down. Left arm reaches up. Maybe bicep to the ear. Maybe you can reach for the front foot, but don't collapse the chest. Keep pulling the left shoulder back and open. Again, you can get the same benefits. Tilt the ears back. Just because you can reach for the foot doesn't mean you need to or you should, right? And then slowly come up. Left hand releases behind you. Come onto the shin. Lift your hips. Right arm reaches open. And then lower your bottom. Release this right leg in. Extend both legs forward. Reach your arms forward. And one vertebra at a time, we're going to lower onto our backs. So a little bit of core control. The lower back can come down. You can use your forearms to help you transition as well. And then hug both knees into the belly. Rock a little side to side. So a little more core work here. I want you to extend both of your legs up to the sky. Bring your hands behind your head and interlace your fingers. Lower your right leg maybe 2 inches off your mat. Lift your shoulders, lift your chest, and then dial the right leg up and release the left leg down. Good. Come back up. Right leg down. Keep your left leg up. Right leg up. Release left leg down. If you need to modify, bend your knees. And just do a toe tap down, come up, toe tap down, come up. With straight leg, it's a little harder. Let's do one more set each side. Lift a little higher, and then release. Draw the knees in, gentle rock side to side. Okay, another back bend coming up. Shoulders are really open, so if you want to try full wheel, this may be your day. Feet root down, heels in line with sits bones. Lifting your hips for bridge pose. You can interlace your fingers. Bring your right, left shoulder in towards each other. Push into the blades of your hand. Watch your belly rise as you take your breath in and fall as you exhale. If you want full wheel, hands in line with your ears. Come to the crown of your head. And then maybe push into your hands. Lift your head. Lift your heart. Any variations here? You can lift your left leg up to the sky. You can lift your right leg up. And then tuck that chin in and lower down when you're ready. Just take a gratitude moment. Hug the knees in. You can even grab opposite elbows. Curl up into a little ball. And then let's take happy baby. So the soles of the feet go up towards the sky. Knees come down towards the armpits. And just rock your baby. If you want to take bow and arrow, you can extend the right leg. And then rebend that. Extend the left leg out. Just getting one last stretch in the inner thigh. And then rebend. Close the knees, extend the legs. So if you didn't go upside down before, this will serve as your inversion. If you want to practice your handstand or forearm stand, otherwise maybe joining in shoulder stand, lifting the hips, support your lower back. Making sure the neck stays neutral, point your feet, flex your toes. Maybe right leg lowers up and overhead. And maybe the left. You could take butterfly. Maybe both legs reach overhead for your plow. Just 1 minute where we reverse the circulation, right? You can grab opposite ankles, ear pressure pose. We all are going to meet in legs up the wall. So coming down when you're ready. Again, every benefit is absorbed here with the heart below your feet because all the drainage is coming down to the hips. And then for your last bit of core work, I want you to use your arms like a brake pad. Palms are down. And slowly extend the legs all the way down. Good. Hug them back into your belly. Today we're going to open our arms like wings. Cross left knee over right knee. And then just let the knees fall to the right. If you want a little more, right hand could come on your left thigh. Left shoulder melts down. Turn your head to the left. Let the head roll back to center. Let the legs come back. Reverse, right over left. Just let the knees fall to the left. Turn your head to the right. If you want a little more, left arm could release. Tracking the knees closer to the earth as that right shoulder melts down. So the whole thing about destinations is when you get there, then you're always going to feel like a letdown. So we have to find that inner joy in the journey, in the transitions. Because what happens is once we achieve that goal, we just want a new one, whether it's an item or a situation, right? That's where we feel that high, and then that low happens just after. Let the head roll back to center. Take the knees back to center. Release them and then root your edges of the feet in line with the edges of your mat. Take like a cactus arm, like a goalpost. Windshield wiper one time right, center one time left. Now the next time both knees fall to the right, keep them there. Pick up your right foot and put the blade, the knife edge, on the left thigh. And see if that knee can come closer to the ground. Yeah. And then just enjoy this IT band stretch. You may feel it shoot all the way up towards that left hip. And then release that right foot. Windshield wiper one more time left. One more time right. And then the next time the knees, keep them to the left. Pick up the blade edge left leg. Put the foot on top of that right thigh so the knee comes closer to the ground. You're in control. If it's too much, you don't need to put the foot there. And if you like it, you can give yourself a little bit of traction by like pushing into the foot, getting the knee down. Little arch in the low back, a little bit of a twist. Just a beautiful, beautiful release before coming into relaxation. Good. Release that left foot. Windshield wiper right and left. And then take the knees in. Rock side to side. Thank you, kidneys. Soles of the feet together. Release the heels onto the mat. Your hands could rest on your hips. You could do right hand on belly, left hand on heart. Notice how you feel and make a commitment to yourself to withhold. Revisit here whenever you need to throughout the rest of your day. Maybe arms reach overhead. Coming into final butterfly, almost like an infinity sign. You can actually feel the energy rising because your body is a vessel. Meridians open, chakras open. We open our flexibility, we tone the muscles, we quiet the mind. So it's in the pause that the true gift is felt between each inhale and each exhale. Starting to relax the face and the head. Softening behind the neck and the shoulders, through the arms, down through the hands and fingers. Relaxing through your entire torso, the organs, the hips, down through the legs, down through the feet and the tippies of the toes. Eventually coming into Shavasana, maybe the right arm floats 6-8 inches away and then the left. And then extend the right leg out and then the left. Maybe take up a little space today so you're more like a 5-pointed star. Really gently, I want you to deepen your breath. If it feels right, bring a little bit of movement into your fingers, your toes. Perhaps reach arms over your head. Reawaken. Taking the knees into the belly. And then I want you to think about what you could use a little more of today. If it's peace and rest, fetal pose, knees come over to the right. If it's energy, hands tucked behind your knees, rock and roll. Either way, we're going to come to our seat. The eyes always soft, hands at heart center. Bow the chin. Reflecting back to the intention that you set. And with confidence and certainty, knowing that when you lead with an open heart, the transitions will become effortless and the universe will have your back. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for trusting me to guide you. I wish you a beautiful, magnificent day of your life that you could have dreamed of. Namaste.